Holy shit, I had almost forgotten about this. Thank God someone in my alliance posted it in the group chat because this is hilarious and also extremely informative for the future, especially for this year of the game and spilling over into next year. So what the hell am I talking about? The community event that we voted on, I want to say a month ago or something like that. Which hero are you hoping for? And there was like 15 or 16 hand-picked characters that are already in the game that we were basically being asked to vote for on who we want to be upgraded most, like, pressingly, right? Like, most quickly, right? The soonest. And it was 15, like, pretty random characters. There were no mega marquee names, like no Spider-Man, no Iron Man, shit like that. You know, it's weird characters. Anyways, and you had to pick your top 3. You just had to pick your top 3. I think I picked, like, Crescent and 2 other clown nobodies. Who knows? So they're releasing the results. And I need you guys to do a couple of things here. Okay, first of all, you need to peep the list. All right, so here's the list. Bum ba da bum. Which hero are you hoping for? Hero update voting event. And the results are the majority of people, right? Most people chose Sentry as one of their top 3, and then Null in top 3, and then War Machine. War Machine, or as I like to call him, War Machine. Sure. That's what I'm gonna say for now. I'm gonna say sure. And then if we keep scrolling, we get Mr. Fantastic in 4th, Psylocke in 5th, Hulk in 6th, Quicksilver 7th, Doctor Doom, one of the most popular characters, 8th, then Apocalypse, Agent Venom, and then rounding out the list, you have the shit tiers from Emma Frost. Actually, she is good. To Weapon Hex, Ant-Man, Medusa. And then one of the characters that I voted for happens to be last place. So, why do I think this is so funny? And why do I think this is so telling of what updates they have in store? So, here's the thing. This list is in some ways accurate and believable, and in other ways very inaccurate and very unbelievable or hard to believe. Now, it's not really hard to believe that the only 2 characters that basically have no presence in the comics at all, Weapon Hex and Crescent. I mean, I know Weapon Hex is part of the, you know, whatever, the mashup event, well, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a limited run kind of just whatever for fun thing, right? Infinity Warps. Right, these 2 characters who have basically no standing in the comics, no pedigree, no history, right? They're at the bottom. That's not hard to believe. It's not. It's also not hard to believe that Sentry and Null would be in the top 5. It's also not hard to believe that Hulk would be very near the top 5. Here's what is hard to believe. What the fuck is Rhodey, you know, Iron Man's sidekick? What is this tin can doing anywhere near the top 10? I think more people have forgotten that he's in the game as a character than people voted for him. I think this is blatantly bullshit. I also think that having Doctor Doom be 8th is also insane. There's no way more people pick Doctor Doom over Mr. Fantastic. Like, that's just, there's no way that's happening. You know, maybe Quicksilver because he was introduced to the game long ago. Maybe Psylocke because Booba. And obviously Hulk for sure. I could see him being more popular, but Mr. Fantastic, they came out in the same update. And Doctor Doom has been more relevant lately in the game's history than Mr. Fantastic because he got his uniform in 2021, I believe, or 2020, and he was popping off for a little while with his 3088 original uniform. So I find this list hard to believe in those ways. And so because I find it hard to believe, you start to question, okay, so why did the list end up this way? Okay, here first thing, we're going to do a little thought experiment. Not necessarily. We're going to do an experiment. Comment down below if you actually, not a meme, if you actually voted for War Machine. We're going to see something. Because I bet less than 5% of the commenters actually voted for War Machine. And yeah, it'll be somewhat representative, I guess, of the wider player base. But the fact that War Machine is in 2nd place, the fact that Mr. Fantastic is so close here and Psylocke is so close to the top, I think at least the top 5, possibly more, are getting updates this year. That's what I think. I think that's absolutely going to happen. I think it's no coincidence that both Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Doom were here. I think they're going to do a Fantastic Four update. Maybe they're going to add new characters. Who knows? Maybe they'll finally give Victorious a tier 3, right? I can definitely see that happening this year. Especially because, remember, there's only one MCU project. There's only Deadpool 3 announced for this year. And you could take your pick. Any mutant could appear in Deadpool 3. Emma could appear. Apocalypse could appear. Quicksilver could appear. He's appeared in a bunch of MCU stuff. Psylocke could appear, I guess. So any of the mutants could appear in the Deadpool movie. But other than the Deadpool movie and whatever MCU Plus or Disney Plus stuff, is whatever. War Machine, my only guess is Armor Wars. Now, I thought Armor Wars had been canceled or delayed or sort of put into limbo. I have no idea. Apparently, there was a first look. I don't know if this is real. No, this says 2023. This has to be a fake trailer. Okay, so they're releasing fake trailers now. Fantastic. Yeah, so I have no idea if this is actually coming out or not. Disney Plus. It was originally planned as a TV series, and now it's being redeveloped as a film. Okay, so there's no way it's releasing this year. But I could maybe seeing it releasing as a movie next year, and so they're basically just trying to set up for that. Because otherwise, like, what is the point, right? Why put Warmer? Like, why meme? Why meme this hard? There's no way. For Sentry and Null, it's pretty obvious. They're going to do an update where they introduce Void, right? And Void's pretty similar to Null, and these characters were introduced at the same time, so they're going to release some sort of, like, epic native tier 3 update where both of these guys get tier 4. They're going to be fucking hammering the dicks of all the whales to buy all the tier 4 packs, because that shit's going to cost mad tier 4 materials. And yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how I read out this list. And so essentially, you can look at parts of this list, and certainly the top 5, the top 6, as highly likely to get upgrades, which would be which for all of them actually would be tier 4, right? Everybody would be tier 4. I mean, highly unlikely they give somebody like Agent Venom tier 4. No offense, Orange, but just not a very popular character. Yeah, so highly likely that most of these guys get tier 4 this year if they're featured in updates, obviously. And I think it's a shoo-in for the top 5, top 6 to be in updates this year, except maybe War Machine. I was really thinking Armor Wars, but yeah, without the MCU tie-in, it's less likely to happen unless they just do it on their own outside of the update, in which case, like outside of the MCU stuff, in which case, yeah, I mean, anybody's up for grabs then. It's interesting. You could think about, it's been already, oh man, it's been a year, it's been almost 2 years since Iron Man got his, yeah, holy shit, it's been almost 2 years. June 9th, 2022 was Iron Man tier 4. Wow, me and Beast Mode dropping the big bucks on Iron Man tier 4. So yeah, the 2-year anniversary of the first tier 4 is coming up. Wow, time just flies, dude. Time just absolutely flies. And so you could, you could maybe make the argument that they're good, that they're sort of gearing up to do a sort of, welcome back. Maybe they're going to do like an Avengers type thing where they give, Black Widow and Iron Man new uniforms because they're kind of forgotten in the meta and they're kind of OGs. Maybe they go and give Hawkeye his tier 4. They go give War Machine a new uniform. I don't know. I don't have a better way of sort of spinning it other than that, or Armor Wars. I mean, they could just do Armor Wars with Tony and Rhodey and whatever, Hulkbuster or some shit. I don't know. Introduce Armor as a mutant, as a meme. That would be really funny. But yeah, I think these types of stuff often shrugged off or sort of ignored, pushed aside by the community. But I think these are so telling as to what the devs see on the horizon for the game. And actually, knowing that the next update is Exodus, right, because of the stuff we saw on Twitter, knowing that the Exodus Epic Quest, right, a lot of people are suspecting Apocalypse is going to appear in that Epic Quest and is going to be getting a tier 4. If we see Apocalypse, or basically the sooner we see one of these 15 characters appearing in an update this year, the more likely it is that this prediction is correct and we're going to start to see a lot of them. 5 to 6 to 7 of them appear in an update, which is crazy. So yeah, Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the hero update voting event. Is it really a voting event? Or is it just the devs showing us who they're going to put in updates anyways, and then just manipulating the results of the vote to highlight the characters that they want us to focus on the most, because those are the ones they already have updates planned for. If you don't remember, way back in the day, it might have changed since then, to be fair, but way back in the day when I interviewed some people over at Netmarble Studios in Los Angeles, not studios, but like the US branch, they revealed, I think it was in my interview, or maybe it was another interview. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was one of the interviews that they did on their own with the Korean managers. They revealed that I believe updates are on about a 6-month cycle. So we've had that information kicking around for years now. And so if that is to be believed, 6-month cycle means that they already knew this shit was coming down the pipeline, baby. They already knew. So yeah, hit me in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. War Machine enjoyers, come out of the woodwork. Show yourselves, you damn perverts. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Shout out Teddy. Take care.